Hey guys, Rich here from Tacoma Network. Today we'll be installing an sPOD Bantam X Touchscreen system into my 3rd gen Tacoma. This sPOD system manages and distributes power to your auxiliary items like lighting, compressors, or anything that needs power and be controlled inside the cab. I chose the Universal 8-circuit version with the touchscreen and the 36-inch battery cables, which will fit into any 2016 to 2023 Toyota Tacoma. There are vehicle-specific kits, but nothing for the Tacoma at this time. The biggest benefit of this will be having all of your switches in one easy touchscreen, and only having to run wiring to the Bantam X control box under the hood. Opening the box, there's a lot in here. Starting with the owner's manuals, tips and tricks, product registration cards, decals for the Bantam X distribution box, a drill diagram that should be thrown away, installation instructions, Bluetooth pairing instructions, sPOD decals, the Bantam X 8-circuit distribution box, and inside this separate box, you receive the touchscreen cable, a universal bracket mount, a tip card, zip ties, heat shrink, and spade terminals, and finally the sPOD touchscreen. Looking at the two main units, the touchscreen is nice. It has an all-metal housing. The quality overall is impressive, with just a simple mounting point, and the Cat 5 style receptacle in the rear. Quick measurements are 3 3/4 inches wide, 2 7/8 inches tall, and right over a ½ inch thick. The 8-circuit Bantam X module cover is also made entirely of metal, with 8 positions for the included decals. It includes a nice braided line and a 100 amp inline fuse going up to the battery terminals. It opens with a simple thumb screw revealing the 8 circuits. You have a wiring cutout on the underside to accept any auxiliary lines to keep the wiring clean. Dip switches for controlling things like Bluetooth. The 2 main battery posts and the base does appear to be an ABS plastic. The cover has a fail-safe Torx opening just in case. Let's go get this all mounted up and wired to my 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD OffRoad 4x4. I currently only have a grille light bar, but plan to add quite a few Baja Designs auxiliary lights in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. Tools you'll need for this install are a ratchet with a 12mm and 10mm sockets, Phillips screwdriver, trim tool, wire crimpers, a couple of drill bits, electrical tape, a drill, something to fish the wire through the firewall. For the touchscreen install, a Dremel, needle nose pliers, and a sharp blade. First, I planned out where the Bantam X box would sit, and on top of the fuse panel, it will go. It seems like it had the perfect spacing and the battery cables seemed to tuck nicely towards the motor. I pulled the fuse panel and let's get this mounted in the shop. After inspecting the included template, it's inaccurate by about a 1/4 inch, so that's headed to the trash. I wanted to avoid drilling into any information on the underside, so I planned ahead. With no template, I went old school and put some black grease on the posts to make the spot to drill. I pressed the grease post into the cover. No template needed, sPOD. With a 3/16 inch drill bit, I drilled on through and then used a reamer to clean up the holes. Flipping everything over, I hand threaded the 4 screws into the Bantam X box. Through the fuse cover and then tighten them down with a Phillips screwdriver. Just don't over tighten them. Everything looks nice and neat, and added the cover to see the full look. I fished the Cat 5 style braided line for the touchscreen into the Bantam X box and plugged it on in. I went ahead and fit the fuse panel cover back on, and it looks great. I did a quick length test for the battery cables and we're all good. I installed the positive to the positive battery terminal and the negative to the ground on the side of the engine bay. The best thing about running the sPOD is that you'll only ever need to connect these 2 main wires to the battery and have this one main cable going into the cab. No more random wires going up to your battery anymore and poking holes in your firewall. The kit comes with a bunch of labels to identify each circuit and what it's controlling. In my case, my grill light is going on the bottom left circuit. It's not fancy, but it gets the job done. I went ahead and pushed the touchscreen Cat5 cable through the firewall into the truck cab using a long piece of all thread. I used electrical tape to protect the Cat5 style connector. For the touchscreen panel, I really took my time for a temporary solution until I get a 3D printed section for this panel. Using a trim tool, the section pops out easily. Let's go into the shop to see how we can arrange all this. My grill light switch was housed right in the center, so that one's gone now. It seems like the touchscreen will fit nicely on the right side, at least for now. I just need to mark and drill out a section for the mount and the Cat5 style connector. I used a 1/4-inch drill bit for the panel mount and just cut out a small section for the Cat5 style connector. I had to also remove some of the structure on the rear of the panel just using a sharp knife and a Dremel. Test fitting, it all looks good. This will be a nice temporary solution until I can get that 3D printed panel for this section. I reconnected all of the switches on that panel and just snapped it back into place. Looks good, but will it fire up? After reconnecting the battery, I fired up the truck and boom, the sPOD touchscreen is on. Nice. The panel looks great. It is always powered, so I leave it normally off unless I need to power on some lights. You just need to touch the screen to light it up. It does have a failsafe after 30 minutes, and it'll turn off the screen. Well, that's it. That's my unbox and install video on the sPOD BantamX Touchscreen system. It provides a much-needed distribution hub for all of the cool accessories that we like to install on our trucks, streamlining the installation process. Now, you just need to pick a circuit, hook up your positive and negative, label the box, and control it from the touchscreen. No more routing odd switches into the cab or the truck and endless wiring. That's all done with. Stay tuned for my next videos where I install chase lights and ditch lights using the ease of the sPOD system. I'll also go more into programming the switches and using Bluetooth to control the system. But as always, if you like the video, there's a button for that, and subscribe, it's free. Finally, my name is Rich. Thanks for watching.